First, I wanted to get your review of this new Dell. It's the Inspiron 15z. First of all, who is this laptop for? It's a desktop replacement, it looks like.
It is definitely a desktop replacement. It's not something that I would necessarily travel with, although they do say that this is an Ultrabook. It weighs about 5 pounds.
That's nervy.
I know, right? Yeah.
It's not an Ultrabook.
It weighs way too much to take with you on an airplane, believe me. So about the insides of this little guy, the one that I am running is a Core i5. This is the 33i7U processor, the 3rd generation. They also have a new upgraded version, which is the 3337U. So you can get a little bit faster gigahertz for actually $100 less than this original one.
Well, I'm confused. It costs less to get more?
It costs less to get more. Yeah, they actually dropped the price. So this one right here is on sale right now on Dell.com for $799.
Well, that's a good price.
It was originally $899.
Okay.
Yeah, under $1,000.
How high res is that screen?
It only goes up to 1366 by 768, so it's 720p.
I hate it when they do that.
Yeah, so it's 15 inches. It's
for a screen that size, I'd like to see a higher res.
I would really like a higher screen because I think it would look much, much better. It looks kind of cartoonish at this size, and that's actually one of my cons to actually speak of. A couple of other things to note about it. It's got a nice little 500 gig hard drive inside of it, as well as a 32 gig solid state. So you're going to have that nice rapid reboot time, so you don't have to worry about that. And it also comes with that nice 6 gigs of RAM instead of 4 gigs, which is kind of unusual for this type of
for that
Ultrabook.
price,
Yeah, I would expect it to be 4 gigs, but they actually upgraded to 6 gigs, which is nice. It's Windows 8, just the normal version. It's not Pro. And it also has BGN wireless as well as Bluetooth.
You mentioned it's a touchscreen. Let me see the tiles. Press the Windows button. Let's see how responsive it is.
Bam.
Now slide those around because
Now one thing I liked about this, you may look at this and say, "Oh, that bezel is huge. That's a lot of black space," but it's covered in Gorilla Glass from edge to edge, so you're not going to have any kind of lip here to deal with whenever you're trying to get to your charms bar.
Plus, you slide in from the side so often, a little bit of a bezel doesn't bother me because it kind of gives you a target for you.
Yeah, and I think that was really smart of Dell to do this so you don't have any kind of problems getting your finger over that lip.
Right. You're right, though, about the cartoony icons. I mean, those are so big on that
just huge
screen. Yeah.
And I'm at the highest resolution, 1366, 768. It's not that great. I really wish they would have gone with a higher resolution.
How's the keyboard?
The keyboard is awesome. It's a regular size keyboard. It's backlit. It also has spill proof, so no worries about spilling anything on it. I love that it's backlit. I hate it whenever you get an Ultrabook that doesn't include that. It's kind of hard. So when you're typing on it,
firm hard.
It's firm hard, yeah.
Not
and I'm a pretty firm typer, so this doesn't bother me that much, but it might bother some other people. Their touchpad right here, it does have a lip on it. So whenever you're trying to get to your charms bar, you have to take it kind of slow. You can't be quick about it, or it's not going to be responsive with that.
Okay.
So it's a little bit tricky to get your hands on that. A couple of other things to note. It has a nice little webcam right here. I actually took a picture or two, if I can get to those. Where's my camera? So there's a picture of me. Yeah. Isn't it beautiful? It's very grainy.
It's very manga.
Very grainy.
Your eyes are
There's
huge.
me squishing Jeff's head. Yeah. Can you go up? Hi. Hiya. Yeah, so I didn't really like the camera that much. Another thing to mention, it uses Skull Candy speakers, and it gets really, really loud, but it's kind of muffled when you get to the highest.
Speakers are ported on the side there. It looks like.
Yeah. So there's.
Or the bottom.
They're right here.
The bottom. Okay.
There's one right there, and then one right here, and it has a little Skull Candy logo on it, so you don't forget.
Right. Because we couldn't afford Beats.
Of course.
Yeah.
The battery lasts around 4 to 5 hours. Unfortunately, on their website, they tote 7 hours, but I couldn't get it up to that time. Maybe when you put it to sleep, it lasts 7 hours, but not for me. It was only about 4 to 5, which is still pretty average for the mainstream, especially in this price point. So that's not really a con issue with it. Few other things to mention. The weight, of course, it's 5 pounds. It's, what else is there? Oh, there's the thinness of it, too. I should mention.
Which is not, as in not that thin.
Yeah, it's a little bit less than 1 inch.
It sure doesn't feel like an Ultrabook to me.
That
feels like a notebook.
And then it has all USB 3.0, thank
Okay,
God.
good. So it must be an Ivory Bridge
Comes with a
press.
nice little DVD writer. Right
And
here.
you have an optical drive.
You
Good.
do, yeah.
All right. All right.
Has the ST port, of course.
So
you
really,
can
this is
add
just a lightweight desktop replacement is what
Yeah.
it is. HDMI on there?
HDMI, full HDMI, so you don't
That's
have to
nice.
deal with micro,
This would be a
which
good
you
student.
do with the Acer
Looks like
ones.
it'd be a good student machine, maybe.
Yeah, it definitely would be. It does have a plasticky top to it.
Which is buckling as you touch it.
Yeah, watch that.
Wow.
Isn't that funny?
Okay.
And also,
That's a
right
place you
here
could
on the
store something in the
bottom,
top
if I
there.
tilt this upside down,
Yeah.
it buckles right here as well,
Okay.
right underneath the CD RW player. And that's, I would say that's because it's made of plastic around here, and then it also has the metal around the edges.
Okay.
So
Pros and cons.
pros and cons of this guy. The pros would be the really responsive screen and the touchpad. It's pretty responsive as far as like the mouse goes. I noticed on some Lenovo's that I've tried, the touchpad isn't that great. So props on that, even though there's a lip. And then the price for the specs. You get really, really good specs for less than $1,000.
I like
It's
the
a lot better than some
SSD. It's not a
Ultrabooks.
huge SSD, but at least
Yeah.
it's something.
Yeah, exactly. And then the cons, of course, the brightness of this screen is not that great, and the resolution, of course, which I
Disappointing.
mentioned.
Yeah.
The speakers, which sound kind of tinny or muffled when you get them too loud, and then it's heavy. It's 5 pounds. So I wouldn't call it an Ultrabook,
No.
but some people would. So all in all, I have to give this a try. I think it would be a really good desktop replacement if you're not planning to move it around from place to place. But if you do plan to travel with something, I would choose something else.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially because of that buckling lid.
Yes, exactly.
All right, Shannon. That's the Dell Inspiron 15z. Starts around $700 dollars for a pretty well-equipped machine, actually. All right. Thank you so much. Shannon produces this show.